welcome to the June's edition of Studio B. This program is part of MCTV's Summer Video Camp. I'm your host, Kaylee. In our show today, we will feature segments about the Dow Gardens, the Grace A. Dow Memorial Library, and the Midland Center for the Arts. We will also talk with a Midland firefighter and the K-9 officer from the Midland Police Department. We will start our show with Studio B reporter Zeke, who is at Dow Gardens to learn about the summer sculpture series. Take it away, Zeke.
Hello, my name is Ezekiel Overly. I am here with Carolyn Patton to talk about Dow Gardens. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. So, what is your role at Dow Gardens?
So at Dow Gardens, I am the Assistant Director of Guest Operations. I oversee everything from ticketing and the gift shop to weddings, events, programming, and even our summer art.
How long has Dow Gardens been here?
So that's an interesting question. Herbert Dow started acquiring this land in the late 1800s and really has shared it with the public to some capacity all through the years since then. But we opened up as a public garden in the 1970s.
What is there to see and do at Dow Gardens?
There is so much. So we're open year-round, Tuesday through Sunday, and you can see everything from holiday lights at Christmas to an amazing display of bulbs in the spring. We have over 28,000 bulbs every year, to an annual display. We have summer art, canopy walk, which is the longest canopy walk in the nation that's ADA accessible, and honestly our fall color is spectacular as well. There's always something to see.
What is the summer art exhibit?
So we have a summer art exhibit every year. This year we have the art of Gary Lee Price and his Celebrate the Children exhibit, which is 24 bronze sculptures of kids at play. And Gary really wants to gather the inspiration of life through his sculptures, and I think they do a good job doing that here in the gardens.
How much does it cost to come and enjoy?
So Dow Gardens is a gift to the community from the Herbert H. and Grace A. Dow Foundation, so admission rates are fairly low in comparison. You can come for a whole year for $20. Our daily passes are $10 for adults, $2 for students, and children 5 and under are free.
Thank you for talking with me today and showing us around. I can't wait to take a hike and see all there is to see at Dow Gardens. Now, let's get back to the studio.
Thanks, Zeke. Now joining me on set is firefighter Keith Jonas, fire truck operator from the Midland Fire Department. Welcome to our show, Firefighter Jonas. What are the requirements to become a firefighter?
In the city of Midland, you need to be 18 years old, have a valid driver's license. We are looking for people that have firefighter 1 and 2 certification and an emergency medical technician license.
How many people work at the fire department? How are their jobs different?
So we have 42 people in suppression and 4 people in our headquarters outfit. Jobs vary. Firefighters do the brunt of the physical work, pull hose lines, attend to patients on medical calls, things like that. You get a fire truck operator, like myself. We drive the trucks, operate the trucks at a fire, or assist with getting equipment to and from vehicles and the scenes. Then you have a fire lieutenant that's in charge of the overall crews. Then there would be a battalion chief who's in charge of the 3 stations that Midland has.
What kinds of emergencies do firefighters respond to?
Okay, so normally you think fires. We respond to those, obviously. Car accidents, medical emergencies that we assist with. My Michigan medical ambulance crews doing those, and then a whole host of other non-emergency calls that people call, like, help, I've fallen, I can't get up, that kind of thing.
What type of equipment do you use when fighting fires?
Okay, so normally, obviously, we use hoses to transport water from the fire hydrant to the truck to the fire scene, axes, Halligan tools to pull drywall down to gain access to walls, ceilings. We use thermal imaging cameras, electric fans to move smoke out of a building. And last year we've added a drone that also has a thermal imager so that we can spot where hot spots are through the smoke that we normally can't see.
How can people be fire safe at home?
You can be fire safe at home if you purchase something that, if it plugs in, has an electric motor, has a gas motor, read the instructions on how to use safe operation. In today's day and age, a lot of lithium batteries are being used, anywhere from hoverboards to e-bikes to, even e-cars, the electric vehicles. If you plug them in, don't leave them unattended. Keep an eye on what's going on. Just look around your house, and if you think it might be dangerous, it could be, but read the instructions, use them as they're supposed to be used.
What age of people should practice fire drills at home?
Okay, so the Midland Fire Department has a fire prevention program that uses some of us to go to local grade schools, and we talk to students in kindergarten and first grade. So we're teaching basically 5 and 6 year olds in kindergarten how to be safe around the home and things like that. So we give homework to the parents. We hand out pamphlets and literature that explain fire drills, what we've talked to their students about, and we ask that the parents walk through a fire drill and practice it with their kids, because even at 5 and 6 years old, when we teach the kids how to do things, they're having to go home and teach their parents.
Thank you, Firefighter Jonas, for appearing on our show today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Please stay tuned to Studio B. We will be right back after this word about Midland Community Television.
Do you like watching videos, listening to podcasts, and want to make one yourself? Learn how to at the MCTV Network. MCTV helps you make original content that you cannot find anywhere else. After completing the workshop, you can use the studio, camcorders, video editors, and podcast studio to create your own awesome show about anything you want. No idea is too big or too small to turn into a program at MCTV. To learn more about MCTV, watch videos online, listen to local podcasts, or visit www.cityofmidlandmi.gov/MCTV. Follow us on Facebook for more info. Download the free MCTV Community Voices app on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or mobile to watch all your content on those devices. To sign up for our next workshop, give us a call at 989-837-3474. We look forward to helping you share your story with the community.
Welcome back. Let's go to Studio B reporter Valentine, who is at the Midland Center for the Arts to learn about stage magic.
Hello everyone, my name is Valentine. I'm here with Alex Woody. He is the Communication and Public Relations Manager at Midland Center for the Arts, and I'm here to ask him some questions. So for our first question, what is your role at Midland Center for the Arts?
So I am the Communications and Public Relations Manager. I manage all of our communications, that being our website, our social media accounts, and all of the different feature stories that you'll see in the newspaper.
What is the current status of the museum at Midland Center for the Arts?
So following the flood in 2020, our Hall of Ideas as we knew it was actually received some damages from the flood. So we are working with FEMA, and we've also started a $47 million capital campaign to completely renovate the museum space as we once knew it.
What can families expect when coming to visit the Stage Magic exhibit?
So right now we have our Stage Magic exhibit. This exhibit is open in our IFF STEM space, and it invites our different families to come and learn the science behind the performing arts. So what is the technology behind lighting equipment and sound equipment that helps make theater productions go swimmingly?
How does the exhibit relate to both STEM and the arts?
So when you're working in something like a science field, in theater, there are different sciences behind how things are lit, the way that shadows work. When we're dealing with sound, the different levels of sound and how they balance to different instruments. So there's a lot of science that goes into all of the different performances that you come to see at Midland Center, and in Stage Magic, it really gives you a window to see those different sciences.
Do you have a favorite part of the current exhibits?
My favorite part of the current exhibit is we have a diorama of our little theater stage, so you can see some different lighting equipment that goes into the different center stage productions we do on that stage and how it affects different moods and situations on those different set backdrops.
What are the hours the center is open?
The current STEM exhibit and art exhibit that we have open is open weekends, Friday from 12 to 4, Saturday 10 to 2, and Sunday 12 to 4.
If someone would like more information on exhibits and events, where can they go?
You can find all of our information about upcoming exhibits at midlandcenter.org.
All right. Thank you for talking to us today, Alex. We look forward to all the fun exhibits at the Midland Center for the Arts. Now let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, Val. That was great. Now let's listen to Christian with a message about the Grace Adele Memorial Library.
I was wondering, where can I hang out and study with my teenage friends? Where can I download audio to my tablet or phone? If I do not have a computer, where can I go on the internet to do some research for school? Where can I get a book about Abraham Lincoln? Where can I get a CD that will help me learn how to speak Chinese? I want to have a movie night. Where can I check out movies on DVD or even watch them free online? Who has a makerspace where I can use a Glowforce or make many other arts and crafts? The answer to all these questions is the Grace Adele Memorial Library. The library is open Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Fridays. The library is located at the corner of Eastman and West St. Andrews Road. You can call the library at 837-3430 or go on the website www.cityofmidland.mi.gov/library.
Me is Officer Joshua Thielen. Officer Thielen is the K-9 officer for the Midland Police Department. Welcome to our show. How long have you been a police officer, and why did you choose to be a police officer?
Well, I've been a police officer for almost 13 years. It'll be 13 years in August. It's something new every day. I don't like sitting behind a desk. So in a patrol car and answering calls for service, it literally changes from minute to minute, hour to hour. So it's something different. So it just kind of keeps my mind active and just happier that way. Less mundane.
What sort of training do you need to become a police officer?
Well, you have to have a minimum of associate's degree in Michigan to be able to be certified through the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement standards, which is who we're certified through. Once you have your associate's degree, you can attend the police academy, and you have to go through I think there's 16-week police academy. It's been a while since I've been there. And once you graduate that, you can be certified or certifiable as a police officer. If you don't quite have your associate's degree, you get credits for the police academy. So if at the completion of the police academy you have what's equivalent to an associate's degree, then that's sufficient. And then we train. We have required trainings every day, especially with him, and then things we have to do every year as police officers to continue our education, so to speak.
Tell us about your canine Leo.
Leo is a 4-year-old German Shepherd. Well, he's almost 5. We'll go 4.5. German Shepherd from Poland. He came here from Poland to Mid-Michigan Police K-9, where we went to K-9 school. He's a dual-purpose patrol, narcotics and patrol dog. So he's trained to detect certain narcotic odors, and then he does patrol functions, which is things like tracking. Article searches, like if someone throws something to try to hide it, or you drop something and it's lost, you can find that because it has human odor on it. Building searches, handler protection, so if someone's trying to fight me, he's trained in protecting me. And then aggression and control, which is the apprehension portion where we see on TV where the dog gets sent to bite and apprehend a bad guy. So he does all that.
What does a typical day as a K-9 officer look like?
Well, usually get up not too long after I gone to bed after my previous shift to let him out and feed him. He's like clockwork. He wants to go out at 4 a.m. He wants to get fed at 5-ish. And then again at 7 he gets smaller meals so he doesn't get an upset tummy. We get ready, we go to work. Because I'm a K-9 officer, I take all of my stuff home with me. So I'm ready to take calls for service as soon as I leave my house. So my day starts at the end of my driveway. We drive in. We usually check in with one of the supervisors to kind of see if anything is going on that I need to be aware of that day. I'll start with some obedience with him because as a dog, just like a kid, he can get bored, and I got to keep him as busy as I can to kind of wear him out with his energy. Shh. That's enough.
What sort of training has Leo had?
Well, we started out 5 weeks at the Mid-Michigan Police Canine Academy, and then we're MCOLS, which is the certifying board for police officers in the state of Michigan. It's common and known that you have 2 8-hour training days a month. So every other Wednesday, him and I, 8 hours of our 12-hour shift is solely dedicated to training canine stuff. I try to do as much as I can with him on my own, whether I'm at home, whether I'm on duty and it's just a slow time and I'm not taking calls for service like today. We went down in the basement of the police station and we did obedience training for 20 minutes, which is the basis for any of his training, is just being obedient. And that's our day in a nutshell. Sometimes we do more, sometimes we do less, just depends on how busy the calls are.
Is there anything people should do or not do when approaching a canine dog?
Well, you shouldn't approach them ever unless the handler's okayed it with you, because at the end of the day, he's still just a dog. He doesn't know if you're approaching me to harm me or just be friends. He's trained to the point where you should be able to approach me unannounced, and he should just continue to lay down like he did. Like when I had him out in the hallway and he was down and the other Matt came and shook my hand, Leo didn't even flinch. That's what he's trained to do, is you should be able to walk up to me and shake my hand and he shouldn't move or do anything aggressive because he hasn't been told to. But again, he's a dog and they're not perfect. So you shouldn't approach them, you should ask. And then some agencies don't allow it. Just because of the liability if a dog accidentally bites somebody. We do. We'd like to do it in a more controlled manner, whereas I'll kind of control his head, because if he gets approached by a bunch of people, it kind of gets a little threatening to any dog, really, if you're swarming them. And I control his head, and then I let folks usually pet him on his side or his back to where he's not really looking at them, because it kind of distracts him a little bit, so he's not focusing on the people that are petting him.
What is your favorite part of being the canine officer?
I get to hang out with Leo all day. That's really it. He's a good dog. He's fun to play with, hang out with, do stuff with. Hey, he's getting a little bored. That's why he's fussing a little bit. But hey, that's enough. But yeah, that's the best part, is hanging out with him.
Finally, has Leo been a good boy?
It depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like I said, we got to keep him on a leash in here, because in his mind, everything's something that he can chew on and play with, and that's not necessarily the case. And he can be destructive like any other dog. When they get bored or they're left to their own vices, if you will, their own time, and you don't keep an eye on them, they'll start chewing on things that they're not supposed to. So that's about all he's really done, is chewed on a few things he's not supposed to.
Thank you very much, Officer Thielen, for being on our show today.
You're welcome.
Now go to Studio B reporter William, who is going to take us on a tour of the Grace A. Dow Memorial Library.
Hi, my name is Will. I am here with Miriam of the Grace A. Dow Library, and we're here in the lobby. Since we're here, tell me about this beautiful lobby.
So the first thing that you see when you come into the Grace A. Dow Memorial Library is the lobby. And of course, it is the most important spot in the building, because this is where you can check out all of the materials that we offer. And right now, we actually have a new collection that you can check out, which is our Library of Things Plus.
What is the Library of Things?
So the Library of Things Plus is three-dimensional objects that we have. So most people think of books and DVDs at the library, but we now check out special items like puzzles, yard games, tents and canopies, tables. We even have thermal cameras and guitars.
Now let's go to the youth services. So what is the teen spot?
So the Teen Spot is a space that we have especially for teens. They can come in and they can study together, they can do puzzles, sometimes we'll have games out that they can play, but we thought that it was really important that in Midland we have a specific area just for teens to hang out. So they've got their own room here at the library.
So why do you have playground equipment down here?
So that's actually an interesting story. A lot of people think that we got the play structure because of the flood, but actually we wanted to get the play structure at the library before the flood ever happened. Myself and my supervisors, we had a brainstorming session. We thought, how can we get more families with kids into the library? And we thought, well, what do kids do in the winter when all of the parks are closed? Well, they hang out inside, right? So we thought, what better place to have them than to come into the library and be able to hang out? And a great way to do that was to get a play structure. So when the library flooded, we actually had that opportunity to kind of shift some things around and put the play structure into the library.
So what is the lab?
So we have the Mid Lab, and it's new. We put it in during the flood. Again, we took an opportunity when the library flooded to kind of reassess our spaces and figure out, are we using our space to the best that we can be? And we thought, we want to make a Mid Lab. It's a growing movement within libraries. And so what we decided was we would turn our old youth services offices into a space where community residents can come in and they can create. We have Cricut machines, we have a CNC machine, we have a sublimation machine. And what a sublimation machine is, it's where if you want to make a t-shirt, you can put a logo on a shirt that you bring from home. But the Mid Lab, it's for 12 to 18-year-olds, or 12-year-olds to adults. And they just register and they can come in and use the equipment to be creative.
So what makes the tween zone so special?
So the tween zone, we have a big kids area, right? And we have a teen spot that is its own room. So we wanted to make a tween space. So the tween space is for kids kind of middle school age, and we have games back there, we have puzzles back there, but we wanted to make sure that they had their own room or their own area to feel special. So it's kind of tucked in the back corner. We also promote our Battle of the Books, which is for that age group back there. But we thought it was important that we have a tween space for those kids so that they felt comfortable coming to the library as well, not just the kids and the teens.
So what are some upcoming programs coming to the library soon?
Oh, we've got a lot of great programs. We're in the middle of summer reading, and there's something almost every single day. We have our Monday movie matinees, which are going all summer long. Those are 2 o'clock on Mondays, and we have a variety of shows that are playing. We also have Touch a Truck, which is coming up the 3rd week of July, and that's where we have all of the heavy equipment operators in the city join us at the library and have kids be able to climb into dump trucks and lawnmowers and fire trucks. So that's a really fun program that we've got coming up.
So what is mezzanine?
So the mezzanine is the 2nd floor of the library, and up here we have a lot of tables and chairs if people need a space to tutor, or you want to come and hang out with your friends, play a game. We have a lot of people that work remotely, and they'll come and sit up here because we have good Wi-Fi at the library. But then also the administrative offices are located up here. So if you need to rent a room, you can come and talk to Mary Jo, or if you're trying to find a librarian to chat with, you can also come and visit us, and we have our offices in this space.
Thank you for giving us a tour. Is there anything else you want to add?
We just hope that you come to the library. We love connecting people to resources, and we know that the best way to do that is if you have a library card, so we hope you come and see us soon.
Now let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, William. Now here is Akashaya with a look at what's coming up at the library and MCTV.
I'm Akshaya with Studio B here with some of what's happening in the library, MCTV, and the city this summer. Don't forget to check out the City of Midland's website, Facebook page, and printed calendar for the rest of the fun activities that are happening. Want to get involved in the exciting world of sports broadcasting? Join MCTV at our sporting broadcast camp from July 10th to 14th. First, you'll learn positions and equipment needed to make a live sporting event possible. Call MCTV to learn more. Too busy to browse the library? Want to discover the authors you might not have read before? Sign up for a teen lit crate. You tell the librarian what you like, and they'll put together a box full of goodies and books chosen just for you. Return the books and the box to And keep the treats for yourself. Registration is required. New lit crates available every week. Become a media creator at MCTV. Share your story, inform the public, or become a community media influencer. The network will hold workshops at the following dates and times: Wednesday, September 13, 5:30 to 8:30. Thursday, September 14th, 1:30 to 4:30. Call 873-3474 to get started.
Thanks, Akashaya. Well, that wraps up another edition of Studio B. We would like to thank our guest, firefighter Keith Jonas, K-9 Officer Joshua Thielen, Miriam Anders, Alex Woody, and Carol Pattern for appearing on our show. We would also like to thank the staff and volunteers for MCTV for making this camp possible. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on Studio B. Goodbye, everyone.